everybody, welcome back to my channel. So it's currently Sunday the 10th of June. So I thought I would do another one of these because you all seem to really like last week's. It might be a bit shorter. But yeah, I liked that you all liked last week's. It was a really hard week for me. I'm still feeling quite low about how they all went, to be honest, and I kind of feel like I've thrown away my chance with German and English, but I still have Spanish left to do. But my speaking for Spanish didn't go very well, so not really feeling that optimistic about any of them. But tomorrow is my first Spanish exam. It's paper 1, which is 2.5 hours. It's a killer, but I'm determined for it to go better than German. Spanish is my weaker language out of the two, but I'm hoping that I learn from my mistakes that I made last week and do well. Then I have English on Tuesday, which I'm not gonna lie, at this point I just want it done because I know it's not gonna go well. And then I have Spanish on Thursday and then I'm finished. Oh my gosh. Literally less than 100 hours until I am done. But yeah, I thought I would start this video off tonight. I did quite an intense revision day yesterday. I mean, I've revised today, but not too much because I don't want to exhaust myself. I'm currently watching Velvet on Netflix, which is a Spanish TV series. I started it in year 12, but they're quite long episodes and I just haven't had time to watch them. But there's 4 seasons and I really want to watch it because it's a really good show. So I'm just watching that this evening to calm down and just wind down a bit because it's in Spanish and that's revision in my opinion. It's just really good to get your head in the Spanish mindset, especially because I've been doing German so much. So yep, and then after that I've got to come home tomorrow and just not even think about Spanish because I need to revise for English. And to be honest, after English is done I can breathe a little bit because I've got a whole day to revise the Spanish paper 2, which is good because I haven't done any revision for it this weekend. And I'm not gonna lie, at this point I just want them done. I don't even care how they go. Uni is a distant dream. I just I just want to be finished. But yeah, I am going to film this week. Whether it will go worse than last week, better than last week, I don't know. But I found it really funny watching back the last vlog in retrospect when I was making all these comments and I was like, oh girl, you've got a big storm coming. But yeah, I'm excited to be done because as you can see my skin is suffering. My stomach, I can't eat anything without getting a really bad stomach ache. And I'm getting a rash all over my body and here and here really itchy. It's not good. So this is new stress levels, even though I'm really not working that much compared to what I did last year. But yeah, I think it's just been because these are obviously the last exams I'll do that are like this ever. And obviously my university place depends on it, and I know that I only need to get 3 A's, but you know, I'm the sort of person that puts a lot of pressure on myself, and I've been predicted 3 A stars and I've been working at 3 A stars all year. And right now I really just don't think I'm gonna get them. I think I've probably fallen at the last hurdle, but you know what, I just don't care. I'll care on results day, but at this point I just want to be free. So I'll see you tomorrow, maybe before Spanish, maybe after Spanish. I can't say I'll look any more presentable than I do right now. But I'm just gonna watch this now and then go to bed early and hopefully it will go okay. I just want it done. I'm never gonna have to write a summary again after tomorrow. Yay! You don't understand how much I hate summaries. Okay, bye. Hello everybody, it's currently 7:15 on Monday, so I'm just gonna go do my Spanish exam now, I suppose. And then I'm gonna come back, have a nap and bang out English, and I'm just hoping that the time will go really quick because I just want to be done. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. Woo, woo, woo. Might get a McDonald's on the way to school. Hey, so it actually went really well. Yay! Okay, right. So I'm not gonna be it was amazing because because I found it so nice, I've probably made quite a lot of stupid mistakes because I was lulled into a false sense of security, and B, because the grade boundaries are going to be so high for that paper because I think everybody else found it easy too. But compared to German, oh my days, there was no true, false, not mentioned questions, thank Jesus. The gap fill was actually okay, thank you Jesus, I think, unless I've fucked that up, but hey. The translation, oh my gosh, I always say with translation, you have an oh shit moment where you can't translate the sentence, and I kept translating and I was like, oh, this is alright, and then I didn't have the oh shit moment on either. I had one iffy sentence on the one, but the rest of it, I checked it when I came out and I'm pretty sure I've got it right, hopefully, unless I've made a stupid mistake. So it went so much better than German, which is kind of annoying because German is my stronger language and I wanted the A star in German more than I wanted it in Spanish. But that being said, my Spanish speaking was worse than my German, so maybe they balanced each other out. I'm not gonna be too optimistic because I don't want to think I've done amazing and then actually done shit. But it was better than all of my other exams so far, like, let's just put it that way. So it's the best one so far. The only way is down at this point though, because I have English tomorrow and I have Spanish paper 2 on Thursday, but by that point I don't think I'll care. But now it's currently 1:45, I'm chilling till 2 o'clock, and then I'm gonna take it really easy this afternoon. I'm gonna do revision, but only like stuff that I just wanna get in my head like last minute, because at the end of the day with English, I've already messed it up. I've already like sacrificed my grade, so there's no point in me like I feel like the more I try and strive to get full marks in this paper, the more I'm gonna just like, the higher I set my expectations of myself, the easier it's gonna be for me to get stressed out in the exam. So if I just go in thinking, you know what, all I can do is my best, because at this point that is all I can do, like, there's no point in me sat tonight trying to like write essay plans and shit when I forget the essay plans anyway, and in the exam it's just a whole different experience. So I'm going to watch some Netflix now and just get that Spanish exam out of my head. I think this is going to be the first exam that I do that I'm not going to like dwell on, because at the end of the day I can't change it and I'm in a positive mood about it right now, and I'm documenting how positive I'm feeling about it. So on results day, like, hopefully I'll actually see that me not worrying about an exam has not impacted my grade, because I always feel like I subconsciously worry about exams because I feel like it will make my grade better. So hopefully me being happy about this exam, and hopefully it will translate into a good result. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, it was good. 2 more left. 2 more left. Oh my god, I feel like after English tomorrow, I'm just gonna be feeling so good, because yes, I've got to revise Spanish, but at the same token, I just don't give a shit anymore about Spanish. I just want English done, and then I'm basically done with my A-levels, and I can smell the freedom. I can smell being able to brush my hair, being able to look like a human again, because right now I'm looking like, what am I looking like? A mess. But yeah, I'm so happy. I might watch a film in Spanish now or something. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but because I finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine season, I finished all the seasons again, so I might find a film and watch in Spanish, or carry on watching Velvet, because I like Velvet too, but Velvet's quite an intense watch, so I might just watch a sitcom. But yeah, thank you so, what am I saying, thank you so much for watching. I haven't finished the vlog, I haven't finished my exams. But yeah, I've got some lunch. I'm gonna check the AQA Spanish hashtag and hope that some people found it hard. Not that I don't want people to find it hard, I just feel like everyone's found it so easy that like the grade bound is going to be like 95 out of 100 for an A star, and like I got 98 out of 100 and 97 out of 100 on my mocks, but at the same time, like, that's not in exam conditions. Well, it wasn't exam conditions, but it's not in the exam hall, so I always make more mistakes in exams, so I can't really afford to drop many marks if everybody else found it easy. But fingers crossed, I haven't made any stupid mistakes, and fingers crossed it actually was a good exam. I worked hard for it, so I don't know why I should be beating myself up. Like, just, I'm annoyed that German went worse because I wanted German to go better than Spanish, but at the same time, what can you do? Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Bye. I checked the Twitter. Oh god, what did I do? I checked the Twitter thing, and this was the really hard like literary extract that you had to fill in. I actually fucking got them right. I'm shook. Like, that was the only thing that I found really difficult in the paper. Like, I was literally sat for hours, well, not for hours, I sat for a solid 25 minutes trying to figure that out, and I actually got it right. Today's a good day. I swear to god, if I get it back now on results day and it's my worst paper, I'm gonna be like, the fuck. Like, I've probably messed up the summaries because I always do, but that being said, at least this paper I've not made a stupid mistake. Like, honestly, the English to Spanish translation, there was no imperfect subjunctive, there was no time phrases, there was no pronouns. Like, it literally was all in the perfect tense, which is the easiest tense to form. These times, man, AQA have been fucking me over all week, and then they've actually been nice to me. Sum it up. But Trump was on the translation though, so this is the first time I've actually liked Trump, because everybody knew what he was on about, because we've all heard the same thing all over again. I'm gonna build a wall and Mexico will have to pay for it. And like, that was literally the translation, was like, he said he wants to build a wall and that Mexico's gonna have to pay for it. And I was like, A! I mean, not A for Mexico, but A for my grade, baby. Right, I'm gonna stop being optimistic now, because it's gonna be really embarrassing if I put this on the internet and then I do shit. So, but yeah, maybe it's okay. Everybody, so I just want to give you a quick update. So basically, it's currently 3:10, and I feel like this is kind of a repeat of last week. Like, I get so tired after exams. I feel like everybody's the same. I am like, obviously I'm aware that I need to revise for tomorrow, but at the same time with English, like for me, I think the best thing I can do is just keep myself calm, because I know that I have the knowledge and I have the skills. For me, my downfall is always like just keeping a level head and not rushing to write, and just writing something decent rather than writing loads of rubbish stuff essentially. So today's mission is to keep Eve calm. I have a list of stuff to do. It's not intense stuff, it's just going over quotes, going over critics, and a bit of context revision just for the unseen. I'm just going to do what I feel like is necessary for me to do, because I've got the morning as well, and I was going to do a bit of Spanish paper 2 revision, but I'm feeling like right now I just need to take each exam as it comes, because essentially once I've done English, that paper 2 for Spanish is the only exam I have left, so I can just completely focus all my mental energy on that. So right now I'm acting as if English is my only exam. Yeah, so I had a shower because I wanted to have a nap, but I feel like a nap can be really dangerous, and I haven't been sleeping very well. I haven't been getting to sleep till like 2 or 3 o'clock unless I like take something, do you know what I mean? So I figured if I kind of wear myself out today, there's chances are I'll probably sleep better tonight. But yeah, I've put Smooth Radio on because I was in the shower and they were playing some absolute tunes. I'm keeping my phone on, I'm not turning it off, like, so I'm going to take breaks. I'm not going to like count how many hours I do or anything. I just want to get through some stuff. I'm going to try and stay positive, because I feel like the positive mental attitude is what could help me in this situation, because I know it's my worst paper and I know that my best paper went awfully, but with any luck, like, I could still maybe get my grades to get into uni. I've just got to hope I can get the grades to get into uni, that's all I can hope. But today has like put me in a really good mood, obviously, because that exam went okay. Like, now I'm thinking, yeah, I have made a couple of mistakes. I literally forgot the accent on one word. I put the accent and I crossed it out because I thought, nah, it doesn't sound right with the accent, but it had the accent. But it's fine. I can't do anything about it now, can I? And I just got to keep positive. So yeah, I'm gonna go do some revision. I might film a bit of it, but honestly, like, when I say revision, it's literally just going over stuff. I kind of just wish it was tomorrow now, to be honest, because right now I just want English to be done. I love English, don't get me wrong, but oh my god, stress. This on the OCR website, which I think I used last year, but it's really, really good in that, like, basically for our unseen extract we have to do it could be anything between 1880 and 1940. So here, like, it goes through basically like the contextual outline. So what I'm thinking is, if this is their contextual outline, they're gonna give us an extract from one of these sections, and obviously I've already revised it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and like take all of the key ones and then just see how I would connect that to the other books that I've read, like, because you have to link it to other books. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Maybe make a couple of like mind maps, probably not mind maps, just like brainstormy things, but hopefully that could help, just because right now, like, I feel like no matter what the unseen extract is, I'll probably be alright. I just need to be able to make sure that I can link it to other extracts / books that I've read. So yeah, alright, in my head, this is what's gonna, like, one of these is gonna have to come up. I can't think of any other major American ideal that would come up. Ideally for me, this is what I want. I want naturalism, I want city, I want industrialization, I want corruption, like all of that. I want something about exploitation of immigrants or something. Like, I want that or that. What I don't want is that. I don't want women and I don't want Europe. I could deal with that, I could deal with that, I could deal with that, I could deal with that. No, no. That's Gatsby, so that won't come up. That's kind of just all over the place. That, okay, I could deal with. That. Yeah, okay, I could deal with racial discrimination, I think. I just talk about mice and men, lol. And immigration I could deal with as well. So right now I'm going to take all of these and just start making some links, like contextual links, things that I can remember. Not blurting, but like just getting those links in my head, because right now, like, the unseen's kind of my only hope. So I just want to be sure that I can get that link in my head straight away in the unseen, because I just don't want to revise for the other one, to be honest. So I'm not going to. This is basically what I mean. Like, it's not very big, it's literally just the ideal, and then just how it's changed just in my idea, in my head, how it links and how I could link it to an extract. And then here it's just the books that I've read that link, so Gatsby, Grapes, My Antonio and Huck Finn, and just how, like, they link, because obviously, like, that's an actual, these two are more positive in tone, as in like romanticized frontier, whereas these two are more of a parody of the Frontier, so you just have to note how it changes over time, because like that's 1800s, 1900s, so you have got that like shift. But yeah, it just helps me visualize things. I've just finished doing like these. Obviously they didn't take very long. I'm just gonna put those with this, and I'm gonna read that last thing before the exam, because I think that's just a really good cultural overview. That took me 3.5 hours, but realistically, like, it didn't actually take me 3.5 hours. Like, I kept checking my phone and doing other stuff. But now I'm going to do quotes for Farewell to Arms, because I just don't know that book. I just don't know it. So, such is life. That's the next thing I want to do. And then revise the plot, because just, at this point, like, who cares though, right? So it's currently, wow, goals. You know what, I'm gonna keep it on focus because I look awful. It's currently 9:10. I'm just gonna read through a couple, like, I'm not gonna read through all of my past essays because I feel like that stressed me out for last English exam. So I'm just gonna read through a couple, and then I'm gonna stop tonight. I didn't really get done like half of what I wanted to get done today, but I've got tomorrow morning, and like at this point there's not really much more I can do. Like, I know it's not gonna go well because it never does, so at this point I just gotta get it done. So because the sooner I go to sleep, the sooner it's over. I'm trying to keep positive. I'm hoping that me reading through these again will put me in a better mood. Who knows, could put me in a worse mood. But then I'm going to go to bed and hopefully get 8 hours sleep, because I think sleep is the best thing I could do for myself right now. Hi guys, so it's currently, I don't know what time it is. I feel like I always like try and tell you what time it is, but yeah, so I'm just gonna watch an episode of TV because I just need to clear my mind, and then tomorrow morning I'm just gonna get up and bang out a few last minute bits of revision. I won't lie, I did just sort of speak to my mom and went through a couple of like revision plans, like just talking to, ignore the music, oh for God's sake, shut up. Okay, yeah, I just went through a couple of revisions, and like I know I can do it, and like I've got time in the exam. I've got 15 minutes to plan, so I just need to sit back, plan, and just write something that sounds vaguely coherent and just hit the assessment objectives in each paragraph, and that's all I can do. The extract question I'm just gonna go for, like, just need to make sure I get in all the checklist things that I always should do. I'm always less panicked. Like for me with English exams, when I'm in there I'm not panicked at all, and then when I get out, that's when I get upset. Because I literally feel like it's like a, I don't know how to, oh my god, I don't want to watch 13 Reasons Why. Oh, I don't want to watch that, it's depressing. No. Honestly, my Netflix is not working, but yeah, I always panic. So I'm gonna, like, tomorrow, I'm not gonna lie, because my last exam is so close now, like, I'm just gonna, like I did today with Spanish, it's just going out my brain. I'm not gonna talk with anyone. Well, I probably will talk to my mom. But other than that, I'm gonna try and just pretend that it's not happening. I think it could go better, because I think I do know America, like context-wise, really well, and I know the novels. And the only good thing about Farewell to Arms being so hard to compare is that there's very limited like paragraphs you can write. Like I've kind of got a few set ideas that I just can repeat. So yeah. I might not vlog now until after my English exam. I know you probably want to see what I'm doing in the morning, so I'll tell you now what I'm going to do in the morning, but I'm not going to vlog it. So I'm just rereading through my context notes quickly, rereading my Nick as a narrator mind map, although I don't think I'll use him that much because you're not supposed to do language. It's supposed to be like a conceptual discussion, which I doubt I will actually, to be fair, like looking at how much that is to do. Then I'm going to go through my like PowerPoints that I made for each unseen. Like for the unseen you have to reference other books, and I know the books vaguely, but if I've got time I'm going to try and go through all of the different books and like all the key themes in them. But if I don't get time to do that, I'm just going to hope it'll be okay anyway. So yeah, right, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna try and stay positive, and I really just don't, like, I don't have time for another big breakdown like I did last Thursday, so I want this vlog to be a bit more positive, so let's keep our fingers crossed. I mean, I'll have already done it by the time you watch this, but you know. So I said I wasn't gonna vlog, but it's still the morning. I'm like feeling quite nervous. I didn't think I would wake up and feel nervous, but I am. So I am doing revision this morning, but I'm keeping it really low-key. Like, I'm just going over I'm basically going over like what I would write for the questions that I want to come up. But realistically, like, I know all of the key concepts in American literature, so I'm hoping oopsies. So I'm hoping that I should just be able to at least blag it a little bit. At this point, like, I know I've accepted defeat, so I just want it done. I hate afternoon exams. Like, I don't know if, like, you're like me, but I literally hate afternoon exams. I think they're the worst, because I just overthink it in the morning and I get all worked up, and then I'm too tired to do anything when I get home. No, definitely a morning exam person. But after today, I don't ever, well, I obviously might at uni, but I only have one more exam and it's a morning exam, so yay. Right now I'm playing with the dog. She's like the only thing that calms me down. Like, if you guys have a dog, then Jess, if you guys have a dog, you'll know how like amazing they are at like keeping you calm. Jess, well, when she doesn't walk off. Look, she's coming back. Hello. She doesn't like being on the camera, so come on, Jess, come on, come on. She's not a very like camera lovey person, so, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep going, keep pushing through, and hope that it goes okay. I'm probably not gonna pick up the camera until I get back now. Bloody hell, Jess. Yeah, but I'm really nervous, but I've to calm my nerves, I've kind of created a introduction for my comparative essay that I'm just going to use for whichever one comes up, because essentially whatever comes up I've got to link it to Lost Generation. So I've just made up like one that can pretty much link to anything. Well, I think so. I'll probably forget it when I get in there, but I just want it done. I just want it done. I wish I was sat in that exam right now. Like, why does it have to be an afternoon exam? Why out of all of my exams does English literature have to be the afternoon one? Stress. So it's 10:10 and I feel literally like I'm gonna vom like everywhere. So I'm gonna try and make myself some food. Wow, sorry it's so dark in here, I haven't opened the curtains. I'm gonna try and make myself some food, and then I'm gonna watch an episode of TV because I just need to clear my brain, because at this point it just feels really foggy, and like foggy brain is not the brain that you want for an exam. Like, I know that I know it, and I'm hoping that it'll all just come back to me in the exam. So yeah, I'm not gonna vlog now between now next clip. I pray to God that the next clip will not be of me crying. That would be nice to have one English exam where I don't come out crying, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how it's gonna go. So just pray for a nice question, hey? Actually, while I was thinking about it, a lot of you have been asking about my eyebrows and be like, what have you done to your eyebrows? Basically, when I'm stressed, I like pick at my hair. Like, I know it sounds so weird, like everyone's got a thing that they do when they're stressed, and I literally just sit like that and I like pick, but like, because I've been doing that, like I've slowly just sort of eroded my eyebrows and they've kind of spread. Like, they are growing back, but basically it's because I'm stressed. Like, as soon as my exam's finished, they'll grow back to how they normally are, but it's literally just me like out of stress. Like, I do it on my knuckles as well, like I do it everywhere. Like, it's ridiculous, it's horrible, but I don't like realise I'm doing it. Like, I'm doing it right now, see, like, yeah. That thought I'd answer that question for you.
On my awful appearance, but oh my god, I'm done with English lit. Honestly, this morning I honestly thought like I am actually like going to projectile vomit, and when I was waiting to go into the exam, it was literally like a life-limiting experience. Like, I was like, ah! The extract was the city. It was based on all of the themes that I wanted to talk about, like class divide, European customs. Like, it wasn't the best extract, but like it was better than what I thought it would be. Like, there was no women. Okay, well, there was women, but like I don't know, like I think I did okay on that. I got lots of references into extra text and shit, so that's okay. I mean, I was so annoyed because I said the two things that I did not want to come up with social class, because you can't link farewell's arms. Anyway, continuing. The two themes that I thought I said I don't want women because all you can talk about is a patriarchal society, and I also don't want social class. And the first question was, American literature often depicts tensions in social classes. Seriously, like, that is the one theme, like we were saying, like, before the exam, what is the one theme that is just not in A Farewell to Arms? Is that. And then the other question was, American literature, no. Women are often depicted on the sidelines in American literature. My, like, idea of how, like, I turned the page and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And when I first saw the extract, I thought it was awful. But, like, after the extract, I was feeling a bit better. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, my second essay, I mean, it was a bit dire, to be honest. Like, it was a bit thinly argued in that I kept just repeating the same thing. I think I definitely haven't done, like, that well on it, just because what context can you really bring in apart from it was a patriarchal society and that they had to be women and wives, and that there was like, I didn't talk enough about the new women. Like, I didn't put enough context in. But it was, at least I finished my essay, and at least the essay answered the question. Whether it answered the question well, I don't know, but what matters is I wrote it and I wasn't running out of time. Like, I finished with like 2 minutes to spare at least, so I could breathe. And I think my extract question was all right. Like, it wasn't the best. I couldn't remember that. I think it's called synecdoche or something. It's when, like, you have one, like, characteristic that defines the whole person. So it was talking about, like, Italian tongues and German faces or some shit. And I wanted to say how, like, they're being defined by this one feature, but I couldn't remember the bloody word. And yeah, like, it was a bit thin on the ground in terms of literary analysis. I am kind of panicked that I've put too many references to other texts in, / that my references really weren't that great. But on the bright side, it was what I wanted to come up. Like, it wasn't naturalism, like, it wasn't like the city as defined by people I know keep walking past me. It wasn't like just about immigrants in the city. It was like about the immigrants and, like, the dark side of the city, like the rank side of the city, but through the perspective of a, like, higher class person, which was kind of perfect because it meant that you could, like, talk about class privileges and the distinction between social classes quite well as, like, a common Gilded Age tension. Like, I can't remember what I wrote, to be honest, but all I'm saying is it was better than it could have been. Like, it wasn't the best, and to be fair, last year I came out of my first English exam sobbing like a baby, and my second one I came out feeling like this, and I did better in my first one. So I'm no judge, as my English teacher has just told me. I'm no judge, so I'm not going to judge. I'm just grateful that I'm not crying, because honestly, right now, I don't think I've ever felt more emotionally drained in my life, because English literature has just been a whirlwind, and it feels really surreal that I finished it. But that being said, it's done. I don't know what I've got. Could have got a B, could have got an A star, could have got, I don't know. Like, I just don't know. Also, like, whenever I think an essay's alright, then OCR don't like it. So, I'm just gonna forget about it now till results day, and I never, ever, well, unless I have to resit, but I hope that I don't have to resit, have to study A Farewell to Arms again. Did I really reference the novel in the extract? No. In the essay? No, because I hate it, and I'm done with it. I didn't reference any, like, I only referenced, like, one extra text in the second essay, because our English teacher told us that we, like, has never really told us to do that, whereas the other English teacher has told them to do it loads. So I'm hoping that you don't need that, like, that much. I think I probably have lost marks on context, because I didn't reference, like, many other texts. I referenced one. And also because I didn't really, like, this is why I didn't want women, is that, like, I knew all this stuff about moral decay and hedonism and prohibition, but women is quite limiting in that, like, what, like, women are sexual commodities, women are oppressed. Like, yeah, it wasn't my best essay, but you know what, at least it answered the question. Whether it answered the question well, I don't know, and to be honest, the more I think about it, the worse I'm going to feel. Right now, I don't think I've ever been more exhausted, so I'm going to go home and collapse in a heap. I'm so tired. I haven't eaten today because I felt so sick earlier that I couldn't eat. So yeah, I'm going to end this clip here because I don't want to sit and talk about it for too long, then dwell on it and then feel like I've done really shit. But yeah, like, it was okay. Like, it was better than the last one. And the extract didn't kill me, and I feel like at least in this one I at least got to show my knowledge, like, not a lot of it, but some of it, you know, whereas the other one I felt like I didn't show any. So yeah, okay, bye.
I was just trying to prove a point to my mum about the essays for Spanish, and I went on the AQA website. Okay, so these were not here yesterday, like they literally weren't, but they've uploaded a teaching guide for the text that I study, and it literally has 18 pages of literally notes for every single theme and every single character. There are no notes on the internet for this book, like literally nothing. I've had to just do it all myself, and now I can just go through this tomorrow. And like that should be enough. Like, oh my god. I was panicking that I didn't know anything, but if I just go through this, it's literally an AQA revision guide. So like, I know, I think I might actually be able to pull this out the bag. If this is good, I'm not going to read it now. I'm going to do it properly tomorrow, like in depth. I'm just going to go through it all, link it with my notes, and that should be enough. Like, oh my god. Praise Lord Jesus. Hey guys, I'm heading to bed. I'm excited to sleep. As you can tell, my skin is just getting worse and worse. But I'm just looking around at my room. My room is a state. And I am just so excited to be done with exams, primarily because literally, I'm not kidding when I tell you, oh my god, like, this is wanting to stop picking my skin. Everything has gone on hold for these exams, as you can tell by my appearance. Like, I literally have never looked grosser on the camera than I have in these vlogs. But we are here. There is my last exam. Look, okay, I remember, okay, having my first German exam, and look at all the time that's passed, and we're finally here. And then I haven't even written on, actually what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sit and write on all of my plans that I haven't put on here yet, because that will make me excited. And tomorrow I'm getting up super early, I'm going to turn my phone off, and I'm just going to bang out a revision all day, because that's the last time I'm going to have to do it. I'm not going to worry about burning myself out or anything, because I don't need to, because I literally have to go, get up, sit the exam, and be done. Oh my god. It's weird that like all of this information, like I literally only have this one exam paper left. So bizarre. Ignore this, I'm so sorry, like literally this is awful. I don't even know if I'll put this clip in. When I get stressed, I just sort of sit and pick at my skin, so this is what happens. But I feel like it's probably best that you see me at my lowest point. Like I'm at my lowest point in a way, in that like I really don't feel like English and German went as well as they should have gone for the amount of work that I put in. But hey, Spanish is still redeemable, so maybe. Honestly, I feel like I just want it done, because I have so many books I want to read, so many things I want to do. I have a list, like a whole A4 page list of stuff I'm going to do after exams, like things to sort out, and like just things that, like time for myself, like time to paint my nails and to do stuff that I like doing, because I feel like ever since Easter I've literally just lost track of myself. And that sounds really like cliche, but I have. As you can tell, this is not me, this is not who I am, you know, like this is Eve with awful hair and horrible skin and gain loads of weight and messy room, messy life, and not being able to do things for people when they need me to do them, because I just can't think past exams. It's horrible. So I'm excited for exams to be done, but also kind of worried that I'm gonna come home and sit down and think, oh my god, I've got so much to do, but I've got 3 months to do it, so who's counting? But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do like a study with me tomorrow, because realistically, like, I don't know, like I feel like I'm just gonna revise and get it done, but I'll see how I feel in the morning. One more day, one more, I can do this. I can't actually see, so I'm gonna have to sit like this, but I'm just revising. It's 9:20. I'm just taking it, well, I'm not taking it slow, I'm getting through everything, but I'm really tired. I know it's the last day that I've ever got to do it, but while you're doing it, like that's not how it feels. But at the moment I'm just going through like my notes that I made over study leave, and I'm just like mind mapping, like conceptually mind mapping things just to get it in my head. Obviously, like, you can't really learn analysis, so it's just a case of going through the notes, so at least I've kind of got the line of argument in my head, and then I'll just write it like again. I'm hoping I get a question on women. Women would be the best question, ironically, compared to English. And I really wouldn't want one, I don't know what, to be fair, I don't know what I wouldn't want one on. Maybe film techniques, not because I don't like film techniques, just because I don't think I could write a whole essay on them. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I just want today to go, do you know what I mean? Like, I just want it to be done, because as soon as today's done, I don't have to do any more revision, because I've only got to sit the exam, you know? I don't have to revise after today. Oh man. This is like a battle of ultimate willpower. I just keep telling myself that if I do it today, I literally don't have to do it again for like the foreseeable future, so. Man. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I'd be able to bang out a day of revision today and I'm literally so tired. Ah! Like I'm getting through it, but it's gonna take me all day, I can feel it. Like I'm just reading through my notes, like what else can I really do apart from read through my notes? And then once I finish reading my notes, then I'm going to, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna read through my past papers and then I'm gonna rewatch the film, and I think that's all I'm gonna do, because what else can I realistically do? Like I can speak Spanish, I can write Spanish, so I've just got to hope that my language, I think my language is not gonna be complex enough, but at the same time, like, it's hard to get complex language in an essay because you're just writing in the present tense. But yeah. Oh. I'm actually falling asleep. I might have to have a shower to wake me up. This vlog is so interesting. I don't even know why you all are watching this, to be honest. Hey guys, it's 11:30 and I'm having an early lunch break. I'm just going to watch an episode of TV and eat like some carbs and then have a nap, and I'm hoping that that will like do me for the rest of the day. In that I've always done this, like some days I really am struggling in the morning, and having that nap means that I have a really productive afternoon. Obviously, like, I need to bear in mind that it's my last like day of intense revision, but at the same time I've got one exam, whereas usually like 8 hours of revision in a day would be for 4 different exams. So like 8 hours for one exam is crazy amounts, but obviously I haven't really revised it that much since like exams started, so it's just a case of refreshing it all in my brain. I have got enough time to go over it all. It doesn't matter if I have to stay up late to do it, really, because tomorrow I can get home and rest, you know what I mean? So gotta keep positive, but right now I feel like my eyes are drooping, and I think just some food and a nap might really help. So watching a bit of Jane the Virgin, which is technically revision anyway, as I've said multiple times. I always do this, like actually in exams I do less work. Like comment down below if you feel like you do less work in exam season, because I always do, like all the time. Okay, right, I'm getting up, and I thought if I film it then I have to get up. Okay, I'm walking. So tired. What is this? I had like visions in my head of literally having a day of like the most productive revision. I can't. I actually can't even move. Oh my days. I've literally never been this tired. Like A-levels. I honestly, people who have still got like 12 days of A-levels left, like I've done 8. I've done 8 days. And I'm fucking done. And I'm finished. I'm finished now, okay? Like, give me my grades right now. Part of me is like, don't bother revising. You know that you could probably blag it. But other part of me is like, I don't. I really can't. No, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna revise all afternoon. I'm gonna do it. I literally don't know why I'm doing this to myself, because I literally just have to do this one afternoon of like intense revision, and as soon as I come home tomorrow I do not have to feel guilty about doing all of the stuff that I'm doing right now. Like I can literally do what I'm doing right now tomorrow and it will be fine. Oh dear, why am I sat at the top of my stairs telling you this? Oh my days. I think my brain, because it knows the last day is tomorrow, like I feel like if I still had 12-13 more days, like it would carry on. But I always find that when I know that I'm close to then, my brain's just like, yeah, screw you. Okay, I'm gonna go to the toilet now and then revision. Okay, I won't film some of it because if I film it then I have to do it. Lord, give me strength to finish this. Okay, I'm going now. I'm picking it up. I'm gonna turn this right down. Wait, ray down. Day round. Day round. Wow. What hope do I have? I can't even speak English, let alone Spanish. I am so surprised you all are still watching this vlog. Like, if you're still watching, then comment down below at this point that you're still watching, because, like, I'm impressed. I'm gonna look back on this in like 3 and 4 years and be like, oh my god, Eve, you were such a loser. I love being a loser, as long as it gets me into uni. But I'm not even going to uni. This is the thing, is like, I'm feeling so demotivated just because like, I really don't think, I think last week's exams went badly enough that even if I got full marks on every single paper this week, I'm still not getting into uni. So Joy to the world. Clearing for me. Oh. Okay, maybe not clearing, but Edinburgh. Like, you just don't know, do you? Oh, I don't want to do this. I'm literally like dreading this, just sitting down and revising. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'll report back later. Maybe, if I can muster up the courage to do some work. I'm done with Pan's Labyrinth for now. I'm going to go and have a break, and then at 4 o'clock I'm going to start with Las Bicicletas. I've done about I've done like 5 hours of Pan's Labyrinth, I think. So now I need to do 5 hours of Las Bicicletas, even though it's my weaker text, so I really should do more. But I don't want to. Just printing off the revision guide for Las Bicicletas. Gonna go through this now. I'm hoping that women come up again. Like, not gonna lie, I love how I didn't want women to come up for English, but honestly, if I got a female essay for both of mine, but we all know that's not gonna happen. But the thing is, I don't really know what else they could bring up for Las Bicicletas, because they've done war, they've done survival, so like what else can they really talk about? But yeah, I'm gonna go through all of the key characters, key themes, then go through my notes, go through the quotes, then I'm gonna go through useful essay phrases and complex language, then past papers, then I'm done. Because at this point, like, if I don't know it now, then I'm just gonna hope it all comes back to me in the exam tomorrow. I mean, I've revised it loads, just not this week. So, such is life. Can't help it being my last exam. Like, it's the exam I care least about. So, let's just hope that I was good enough in my speaking on paper 1 to, like, basically soften the blow of how bad this essay is gonna be. I hate this play. I hate it. 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 Freaking out. Okay, I just went back into the conservatory and the blind, oh my god, like the blind in the house behind was like slightly up, and I thought, oh, is it just blowing in the wind? So I was like staring at it, and then I just saw this like hand like drop. They were watching me. Oh my god, that means people have been watching me vlog. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm working my way through the notes, and to be fair, it's all coming back to me now, like the use of realism and humour, and what else is there, like sound and space. But I just like, I can't believe that guy was watching me. I'm really hungry, but I don't want to stop because I've got to read through all of these notes, and then all of the notes that well, not a lot of notes, and then I need to go through quotes because I'm thinking I don't know the quotes. Like, realistically, I'm not gonna get time to read through my past papers. Whether that's a bad thing or a good thing, I don't know. I might get up super early and read them tomorrow, but there's too many for Pan's Labyrinth to read. I can't believe that guy was watching me. The fuck? Like, I'm actually freaking out now that he's been watching me through his blinds this whole time. Oh my god. I'm like home alone as well, so like, that's freaky. I'm having a break to eat because of stress, but look how orange these chips are. They're battered chips. If you're not from the West Midlands, they're amazing. But I'm just watching Jane the Virgin and eating. So I've eaten, and I just finished that episode of Jane the Virgin. I'm really annoyed that I've watched the end of it because it was a proper cliffhanger, but I'm not watching anymore. I mean, it's currently 20 to 8. I don't usually work this late, but I'm thinking like literally do not have to work after tomorrow. So I'm gonna go through every single character like I did earlier for the film, and just make sure that I know like the trajectory of their character, so at least I can maybe talk about that a little bit. And then I'm going to go through my quotes. I thought I was going to go through all of my revision notes, like all of the notes that I have on the film, on the play, but I'm not going to have time realistically if I want to get a good night's sleep. So I'm going to go through the quotes and maybe like a couple of things off there. I'm a bit annoyed actually that I haven't really had time to do everything that I really should have done before this exam. I kind of left it all till today thinking that I would have time, and I've like majorly underestimated like how much time everything's taken me. I think I might just get up early tomorrow and come and sit down here and work for a little bit. I'm gonna see how much I get done now, and just hope for the best. I feel like I do know the play enough to write an essay on it. I'm just worried about the language marks more than anything, just 'cause I'm really bad at like making my language complex. But yeah, my chest really hurts. I think I'm just tired, but it's one last push and then I'm done. Yeah, so I'll see you once I've pushed, I suppose. That sounds pretty awful. Jess! You look like a nun. Oh, you stop doing it now. Face off. Alright, okay, I've annoyed enough. I was bloody hoping I was going to have a chilled morning. Have a fucking laugh. Do you know what? The only way that I'm justifying this to myself is that when I get back I can sleep. Oh, you know what? I really hope I look back on this diary on results day and see how exhausted I am and how big the bags are under my eyes. And I hope that it's all worth it. That's all I can say. I just want it done now. I haven't revised for it as much as I should have, but such is life, you know. I needed to keep my sanity, and right now that is hanging by a thread. So I can't get over how big the bags are under my eyes. I'm giving up for today because it's 10:15 and I can feel the sense of like panic in me. So I'm going to make a pile of everything tomorrow morning that I want to go over. If I leave the house at 7:25, that gives me an hour and a half in the morning to do some revision. I was gonna like make myself look presentable for my last exam, but to be fair, like at this point, this is just gonna have to do. Yeah, and then when I get to school, if I get to school at 8, then I've got from 8 to 8:45. But I might not do anything in that time just because I actually find I stress myself out more. Also, I'll never know what I missed if I never read the past papers. Guys, I'm heading off to bed. Gonna get up tomorrow, go through the essay pages, go through the context and read one essay just to get myself in the essay mood, and then I'm done. Yay! Morning. So instead of actually revising, I decided to straighten my hair because I haven't like brushed my hair properly in like a week since my first exam, ironically. But actually it just doesn't look right. Like I can't figure out what it is, but it doesn't look right. Like my forehead looks massive and I don't know why. So I might just tie it up anyway, to be honest. But I'm gonna go and revise for like 30 minutes now. I was gonna start at 6 and it's past now, but what can you do? I wanted to look like at least presentable for my last exam because, you know, I don't want to come out and be like, the Trump has emerged, you know. So I will see you after. I'm not going to take you with me because I just want to get it done. It's going to go horribly, but at least it'll be done. I've finished! Yeah! Cha 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 cha. Oh yeah. Guys, I've just got back. I've finished my A-levels. I never thought I would ever get to say that. Honestly, has been the hardest experience of my life. Like, rewarding in a way, yes, but impossible. I'm so glad it's done. The thing is, I still don't feel relieved. Like, I still have this feeling of guilt and I feel like that's going to be here for a while. But my actual exam wasn't the best, to be honest. Like, I mean, the questions were fine. I just can never do them justice in the time. And my Las Bicicletas essay, well, that's not even going to be. Like, it was awful. It was so bad. I literally just recounted the plot. It was about solidarity. I don't know anything about solidarity, for God's sake. But the Pan's Labyrinth one was about film techniques used to show the regime of terror. So that was really good because I could do colour. I did symbolism of the toad and of Ophelia's hand. And then I also did the parallel between Vidal and the Pale Man and the contrast of the scene of the banquet with the scene of the people queuing for their food. Really wasn't the best essay I've ever written, not going to lie to you. Probably one of the worst essays I've ever written, but it's done, so I don't even care. Like, my A-levels are finished, they're badly finished, but they're finished! And now I don't know what to do with myself. Like, what do you even do with yourself when you don't have to revise? I can't remember. Like, I'm just walking around, like, what do I do? I have a massive to-do list of stuff to do, but I think right now, I'm gonna get myself some food, and I'm gonna watch an episode of TV, because I can. Because I'm not doing A-levels anymore. A-levels who? A-levels where? A-levels what? Oh yeah, A-levels no, because I'm done. I'm going out for a meal later with my mom when she gets home. But right now, I've got nothing to do. So I can do what I want. This is such a weird feeling. I still feel guilty, why? Like, I don't feel any different to how I did yesterday. But I literally don't have anything to do. Like, it hasn't hit me yet. It hasn't hit me that 2 years of work is done. And that now I've either got into uni or I haven't, and I won't know for like, ever. Wow. Yeah, to be fair, like, overall analysis of exams. So, German, speaking wasn't great, could have gone better, but also could have gone much, much worse. Paper 1, atrocious really. I've made so many silly mistakes. That's gonna ruin my chances of getting an A star, I'm pretty sure. And there was a massive hornet, oh great. Paper 2, Das Leben der anderen 1 was great. My Vorleser 1, I actually don't think I've answered the question, so again, I think chances of getting an A star in German are now pretty slim, but that's okay. English, first paper, disastrous. Second paper, first bit was fine. Second bit, mildly less fine, but better than the first paper, but I'm never right, I always judge it wrong. But definitely haven't got an A star in English either. Spanish, paper 3, my speaking, not good. Paper 1, amazing. Paper 2, again, it was half and half. Like, 1 was quite good, 1 was awful, but neither of the essays were particularly great. So overall, I don't know if I've got into uni, but at this point, I don't care. I can literally be myself again. I can sit and I can relax, and I literally am off for 3.5 months now. Like, I have till October to just do what I want. Oh, bloody hell. It doesn't feel real. Like, it just doesn't feel real. Like, I don't know if any of you do, of course you all do A-levels or like GCSEs, like when you're in exam season, and even to be fair, like just the whole of A-levels, it's just felt like ever since I went back to school in September of year 12, yeah, that it's just been never ending, and I just don't remember last time when work wasn't on my mind. And it's so weird to think that right now I literally have like no academic stuff that I need to remember. Like, it's weird, do you know what I mean? Like, I can just let all of that go. I'm never gonna need it again. Oh man. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video here because I said I was vlogging my exam experience, and my exam experience has now come to a close. To summarise, this last 2 weeks has nearly killed me off, but I'm very grateful to be finished before most people. Don't know if I've got the grades to get into uni, but I can't do anything about it now, so I'm just going to celebrate being done and maybe set up a clearing account. And yeah, I mean, what I've learnt from A-levels is that, sadly, hard work does not always equal top grades, in that, like, if you get a question you don't like or you have a bad day, you know, it's just not going to reflect your ability. I did work my arse off for these A-levels though, and I probably could have done more, but I didn't want to burn myself out completely. Like, right now, I'm exhausted, but I'm not feeling like I did after GCSEs, and I just felt horrible. At least I'm feeling positive in a way, and that they're done. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. Probably didn't, because I don't even know if you're still watching this, but give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know in the comments what videos you want me to film, because I can film whatever I want now, because I'm done and I have time. And it's weird because everything else that I do in my life now is not going to feel like guilty. Like, I'm not going to feel guilty because I can do whatever I want now. Like, I don't, like before, I don't know how to explain, like me going to the shops or something, like in my head, in the back of my head, I'd be like, you could be revising, whereas now I can't be revising because I don't have anything to revise for. I mean, I have a huge reading list for Oxford, but I'm not starting that until I know I've got in, because right now I don't think I have. But yeah, okay, I'll see you guys very soon. Eek! Okay, this is a much better ending than last week. Bye! Mwah.